Hello everybody, this is ELIZ-SHA Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, emphasis again on the .net. This is my logo, the Phoenix Rising or Phoenix Rampant. Anywhere that Wisdom Seekers is, that logo should be and it should show up somewhere. And if it's not us, there's no logo. Anywho, this is for air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for June 19th, 2023. And it's a nitty-gritty day from the sounds of it, from what I got from water sign actually. So Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is you've got this. You've got the ability to deal with certain situations. You know how to live life. You're adept at living life basically. You work with your subconscious. Most of the time we do. Anybody who's gone a little ways into spiritual development has learned to work with the subconscious. Do they always want to? No, of course not. That's irrelevant, at least to the subconscious. When the subconscious decides it's time for you to heal this thing, you either heal or you burn, crash and burn. So it's easier by far to just give in and say, yes, I will deal with the subconscious. And then we get the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is it hard work? Yes, it is. How much hard work? Depends. We might be that far away from enlightenment and we don't know it. So keep it up with no expectations and just realize this is part of what we're moving through right now. So Three of Pentacles. This basically says that you're on the right spiritual path and people are noticing you. I talked about this the other day where you go into a restaurant and people will stare at you. It's because your energy is vibrating at a higher vibration. Even though people don't know it, they actually can see our auras. And so they can see that there's something different about you. So you're going to be seen. More importantly, you're most likely to be heard at the same time. So that is something that's really kind of exciting. So having said that, I think I'm going to go on to another part because that's basically it in a nutshell. So the other part of air sign for today is the Temperance card. And if you look at the Temperance card, they're bringing fresh energy into the world, and this we know is happening because we had a download about 3-4 days ago of new fresh energy. New fresh energy to us. It's actually energy that's coming back and allowing us to remember who we are and what we are and work through our subconscious stuff on our inner level and our outer levels. So what's really good about this is that we get to take in a higher vibration, move it around, and kind of spread it around to different places so that everybody is affected. Even they have a choice. There's always a choice, but walking through that energy, they can choose to reject it or accept it. And usually on a subconscious level, and your subconscious is going to want to accept it because we're in a process of changing reality. And again, it's not a bam slam. It happens over 3 minutes. I don't feel. I think it's a step up. Increments. Because increments, if you've ever gone through a period of time where the change was radical and fast, the physical and the mental and emotional shock is just overwhelming. If we went from predominantly 3-dimensional to predominantly 5th dimension without going up and down, it would blow our socks off. How many of us would end up in the psych ward? It's not something that's easy. But if we bring in new information in increments, we can adapt and release, adapt and grow. So the Knight of Wands is exactly saying that. Now, there's new information coming in, but it's not really new. It's years, centuries old, but we haven't used it on Earth for centuries. And 10,000 years, 15,000 years, maybe even 20,000 years. Doesn't matter, because time is irrelevant. When we return to the Godhead, it's all the same energy that that I have to rephrase it. It's not all the same energy. It's energy that we will be familiar with, but that's from a different perspective, without the physical body, without the limitation of how much we can bring into our mind before our mind explodes, because we'll be beyond the physical into this fully spiritual, and there we already know everything. The superconscious knows everything. So allow yourself to be guided, I would say, by your inner being, and allow yourself to feel what is right for you, what is the next right step. And sometimes the next right step is going to be something that in all your life you would never ever have done, because it's just not acceptable for social standards. But it's the right step for you. Allow that to come into your consciousness. Allow yourself to step back from yourself and look at it and see if it is still anathema to you, or if there's something calling you, asking you to move forward into this. If it's still anathema, walk away. If it's calling you and it's bright and shiny and it feels right, move into the new. It doesn't mean that it's the wrong thing. It just means not the wrong thing for you now. Namaste. Namasko. I love you and you I do love. Bye.